I'm live. Okay, hi. Went on brunch with Brian today. So today it's Hug Your Sweetheart Day. So I want you guys to hug your sweethearts. Show them that love that you feel. And sometimes, we can get in little, silly sort of arguments with people. It's just living with people. We all have our different ways of approaching the world and different styles of communicating and just different, needs in the moment. And sometimes we kind of bump up against each other, and you just got to make those bumps as soft as possible. Put some cushions in there, cushions of love. And so hug your sweetheart. Those hugs give you that nice cushion of love. So make sure you hug each other a lot. If you hug each other 5 or 10 times in a day, that's a lot of cushion of love that you built up for all those little times where you're going to bump into each other. So yes, Lynette and I do bump heads once in a while. We're both a little bit stubborn, and we both think we know what's best. So that's always going to be a challenge. And if you and your special one are that way, of course you're going to have an occasional challenge in that way. And so really it's how you handle it. Just keeping the temperature down is always good, when you have a disagreement. Trying to not raise your voices and not have no profanity in that when in disagreements, and some ground rules is always helpful. But just working it out and then giving each other a hug afterwards is great if you can do that. So that's all I want to say about Hug Your Sweetheart. I want to talk about making a plan. And today on Teaching Tuesday, I'm going to talk about making a plan to make $100,000 before the end of the year. So I always talk about goals, and I talk about minimum goals and optimum goals. And we have roughly 4 months: September, October, November, December, till the end of the year. The market conditions have really become more and more favorable. Now, I don't know where your farm area is, but there are farm areas that you can target, and most farm areas now, the sellers are coming to grips with the fact that the market is past noon. Now, there's a sort of a kind of a helpful visualization tool that some people use to imagine the heat of the market. So what's the hottest part in the market? Like 12 noon. So when the little hands on the clock are straight up 12 noon, that's the hottest time in the market. So is it 12 noon where you live? No, I can guarantee you that, because the interest rates have gone up about 2%. So when the market was the hottest, it's when the rates are the lowest, because that's when the demand is the highest, because the most people can qualify to buy a house. Now that interest rates have gone up 2%, some people have been priced out of the market. Other people have just decided it's not the time to buy, and I'm going to wait and keep renting for a while. So that's good for us lease purchase tenant buyer seekers who sell houses that way, because there's a lot more of those type of people around since the pandemic, people who can't qualify for a new home. And now there's a whole bunch who can't qualify because the payment would be too high with the interest rate. So this is the time to be acting. So over the next 4 months, you'll have fertile fields, and they're only getting more fertile as the sellers come to grips with what's happening in the marketplace. That's why you need to be there on Friday, just 3 days away, for our Taking Action workshop. So make sure you're at that. That's Friday, Taking Action workshop. We're going to actually do a Zoom call. So this is the first time we've done a Zoom for our Taking Action workshop. So yeah, we're going to be able to see you. So yes, make sure you have a nice background and you're ready. But yeah, we want everybody's cameras on. We really push that. So I like to have a lot of interaction. So that's going to be really special, make it even more fun. I'm going to mention that in the email I send out today. So make sure you're on that, because we're really going to have a great time. It's going to be so instructive. You're going to learn so much at this event. Now, also be at Teaching Tuesdays today, because we're going to get into this plan to make $100,000 over the next 4 months. So you've got, can you make $25,000 a month for 4 months? Okay, now I'm going to say cash and equity. So if you are building equity in a house, now is that one deal a month? It's certainly, yeah, that's about one deal a month maybe, or maybe two. You could do that in two deals because I'm not saying just cash collected, not just non-refundable option deposits collected, but also any equity that you have in the property too. So also, I mean, some of these things, you may not even have that much equity, and you may not get a huge non-refundable option deposit, but it's more of the long-term play. So if you're setting up a property where you have a long-term positive cash flow of hundreds of dollars, maybe you don't realize all that profit right away, but then you've got, boy, that's annoying, isn't it? I really got to cut that off. So that's what I want you guys to be focused on. Be at the event on Friday. Be at the Teaching Tuesdays today at 7 p.m. Eastern, 4 p.m. Pacific time, and we're going to detail this plan to make $100,000 before the end of the year. So, and that's all I want to talk about today. So make sure that you're there. I'm going to, I hug my sweetheart. Okay, that's what the day is. It's actually National Hug Your Sweetheart Day. So I want you guys to hug your sweetheart. I love to hug my sweetheart. Okay, let's say that. Ready? 1, 2, 3. I love to hug my sweetheart. I love to hug my sweetheart. I love to hug my sweetheart. So that's good, guys. Hugging is really good for you. They say, just for human contact, you're supposed to get like 10 hugs a day. So hopefully you are in an environment where a lot of people love you and give you a lot of positive affirmations and approval, and you get hugs. So certainly, guys, I want you to have that success. I want to give you all of our approval. So let's get some great testimonials from this event on Friday. Let's get you guys going. Let's get you guys closing some big deals here. And that's part of what the Wolf's Deal Club is all about, is we're talking to people every morning. I was on the phone this morning with Lara, and she is in Alabama. And so we're cooking up some great deals there. In fact, we got one deal that we're taking over a mortgage for $250. The property we think is around $350. We do have a down payment on that house. You know what? I'll probably talk about this one on Friday. Probably talk about a bunch of deals that we're doing right now, because it's cooking out there. We want you to be a part of it. Okay, so let's take a deep breath. No, I almost forgot, right, guys? Deep breath in. Oh, yeah. Big smile. Let it go. Relax your shoulders and your neck. Another deep breath in. Hold it a little bit and let it go. Who knows what kind of flowers those are back there? Do you guys know? One more deep breath in. Good job. That cleanses your system. It's actually good for your lymph system. It's good for your lungs and so many other things. So keep doing your deep breathing 3 times a day. It's always great for you. So until I see you next, which will be Thursday. We don't do them on Wednesday, so I'll be back on Brunch with Brian on Thursday. And then I'll see you Friday. We won't have a brunch with Brian on Friday because we'll be sharing our incredible Taking Action workshop with you, and we'll be looking at you on the Zoom. So how awesome is that? So until we see you on Thursday, keep expecting success and getting awesome training